Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. You must forgive me. Technically, I'm recording this before the level up event hits for Paragon players on Wednesday, but my Wednesday looks freaking crazy busy. And so, because of that, I am recording this with just a couple of hours left in hero use. Got over 2 million points. Usually, that is good enough for the free 6-star generic 6-stone, which every 6-stone right now is going into spot. So hopefully that's the case, along with a couple of needed tier 4 class catalysts, but you know, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So we are officially in 7-star territory, and if you missed it, 2 out of 3 of my 7-star crystals have been incredible. Now, Venom the Duck used to be considered a top tier utility champion, but the class he is in is so good and so deep that now he is looked at, as the kids would say, and Mama Bear gets triggered every time I say it, but I'm going to say it anyway, mid. He's a mid champion. He's not the worst and he's not the best. He's not Groot and he's definitely not Hercules. He's probably just arena fodder, which, to be honest, that's how most 6-stars and 5-stars are too. But we know now, as I look at my first and best in terms of my preferential treatment, 7-star, we know now that it's going to take 7 tier 3 alpha, 7 tier 6 basic, 4 tier 6 class catalyst, which I think is the most significant of this calculation, and then it takes the same amount of tier 5 class catalyst as it does tier 6. I don't know why, but I just find that really fascinating. So you can take a 7-star to rank 2, and let's just assume you have all of those resources for the sake of this video. Is it worth it to take a 7-star up to rank 2 over 2 6-stars to rank 4 and maybe even 1.25, 1.5, 6-stars to rank 5? Now, most 7-stars, speaking of the word mid, I would categorize as mid. Champions that aren't going to be the greatest champion in your roster, but are also going to be fun to play and definitely not terrible. Now, if you're the person I saw that got stuck with like 3 6-star Gambits and OG Spideys, you might be quitting the game. I don't know. I've seen a lot of Saurons out there. A lot of people are going to be fighting 7-star Sauron in Battlegrounds soon, if not already. I saw a lot of Hawkeyes, a lot of Joe Fixits. Thank God when you get Iron Man, it's Iron Man Infinity War, and not the OG or inferior Iron Man to be exact. But let's just say, you know, you got the best ones. You got Gore. You got a very, very exciting and popular one that I've seen. Wiccan. You're like my man Kick Rocks. You haven't awakened. Would you take your Sig 20 Wiccan to rank 2 before, let's say you've got the same resources, you're tempted to take up Black Widow Clairvoyant and then maybe Doom eventually to rank 5? Personally, I still think the answer is very obvious. Work on those 6-stars. And if there's a champion that you've poured so many resources into, let's say this Korg here, Sig 200, I put 200 6-stones into him because I actually did not awaken him naturally. It was basically every 6-stone I had and then some from the Spring Cleaning 2023 event. Well, I've invested so much into him and so many others that I'm the most excited and prepared to still rank these up first. My 7-stars are fine where they are. The next champion that I'm targeting is Nick Fury. That's why I chose all of the skill catalysts so he's ready. Ironically, I've got the catalyst. I don't have the tier 6 basic and the tier 3 alpha. I'll have 2 more of each by the end of the next week or so because of the unclaimed and yet unearned rewards in the 14-day event. But, you know, 1 7-star versus 2 6-stars. Right now, 7-stars are the shiny new toy. But most of them are going to fade into the background of your roster. And we know for a fact that the best champions, we're talking about the Doctor Dooms, the Hercules, the Kitty Prydes, the Cosmic Ghost Riders, the Archangels. The list goes on and on. They are to 6 stars as Quake and Magic are to 5 stars. we may never see them as 7 stars because they're so good at 6 stars. So embrace those great champions. And look, I know it might cost some people some Battlegrounds matchups. And maybe that's going to mean something to you. And who knows, maybe it's even going to cost somebody Alliance War matchups. And if that means something to you, go for it. But if you're looking for general questing and to just have fun with the game, I mean, I would argue 5 stars can still clear any content because I've seen it. But especially 6 stars, and especially now that we can take them to rank 4 and even rank 5. We haven't really had time to get excited about max ranking our 6-star rosters before 7 stars have come into the game. It's the same mistake I truly believe Kabam made, but even in a worse way, when 6 stars came out and we hadn't even max ranked our 5 stars. Give yourself time to enjoy those 6 stars, especially ones you've awakened and put 6 stones into. The 7 stars will be here for years. And we know who the best 6 stars are. So that is my advice. Take it or leave it from my channel today. I appreciate everybody who's asked the question. I'm sure I'll do some follow-up videos on this, but for now, well, this topic's over.